All right, so let's review the actual Aweber software here so that you have a better understanding of what I'm talking about and the way I'm using it. So as you can see, yes, this is the main Aweber dashboard once you actually log into to the software itself. And the way that it works, this is kind of, as it says, the account overview, right? So this is going to give you an overview of everything that's been happening. You can see it tells you the amount of subscribers that you've had today and yesterday and et cetera. It tells you any of the scheduled broadcasts you have coming up in the future, recently sent broadcasts, and then it also goes into the list stats of what it is that you've done. And if you have multiple lists there, then you can change that and edit that as may be. So anyway, that is the overview page, and not really what I want to focus on here. What I want to focus on today is explaining the email templates area, the autoresponder for drip campaigns, how to utilize personalization within Aweber, and also blog broadcasts. So we're going to start off and we're going to go into the messages here, and the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at blog. So we click into here, and the way that this blog broadcasts works, I think this is really important to understand. So basically what you do is you give Aweber an RSS feed. And that's one thing definitely that you want to have in your blog, just so that you can automatically push content to other places. But you give them an RSS feed and you say, hey, every time that something is pulled in to this RSS feed, I want you guys to automatically generate a blog broadcast specific to it. So what ends up happening is every time that I publish something, this particular template that I've had created here, it's going to end up aggregating a post that would go onto my email list, overall, and then it will put it in the broadcasts area here. So going over that specifically, the way that this works, again, every time that I put this information, this is all for personalization reasoning, and it basically says what the title of the blog article is, so I don't have to consistently put that all in manually myself each time. But as you can see here, it says, hey, first name, and if you're on my email list, you've seen this before, but hey, first name, and first name is obviously, it fills in with the individual's first name that they were given to you. I want to let you know that I just published a blog post on the OHP website titled, this content will actually pull in the title of the blog post itself. When you get a second, you can check it out by using the link below, and then I have here as a reminder to myself, put a link here with a UTM parameter so that I can really track things. Then lastly, please let me know what you think in the blog comment section or on Facebook or Twitter. Thanks. And then from Ron, P.S. if you know of anyone else who may enjoy the content of this post, please forward this email to them. So that's what I've gone with as my general email post. So now every time that I publish a RSS, something to the RSS, as you can see this list here, it will automatically fill in a lot of this information for me, and it will put something into the broadcasts area so that we have that. So that's how it actually works. And in this broadcast area, you'll have something in draft. You can go into it, you can look at it, edit it as needed, the text as needed, and then send away. So that's how blog broadcasts work. And this broadcast thing, which is also something that I should mention, every time that let's say that I just want to create a broadcast to go out to my entire user, all the people on my list, you can click create broadcast, or you can do what I do, which is just click copy on one of the things that you've already sent. And then what you can do is edit it to, whatever you want it to be, and just change the information on it, whatever the content is that you want to do, whatever you want to link to, whatever message it is that you want to send. You press save message, and then you can see I have a draft here. And then what I can do is I can send a test to myself, which I always recommend doing. Send a test to your own email first, just to make sure that all the links are good, and when you click through they all work. But then you can actually go out and say I'm going to schedule it, or I'm going to send it now. So if you ever have a message that isn't a blog broadcast or isn't like an autoresponder type thing, you can just send those messages at will whenever you need to. So next, let's actually talk about the autoresponder. And I'm going to delete this so I don't ever accidentally send it out. But let's talk about the autoresponder. So if you go into messages here, you can see that there's a follow-up series set up. And I actually haven't taken the time, you'll see this, I haven't taken the time to set this up yet. I'm actually, as many of you know, I'm creating a free internet marketing course, and I'm focused on that right now very, very, very intently. And I haven't actually set this up yet myself. I'm going to be doing so very shortly. But this is the drip campaign, or the autoresponder that you can set up. So it's pretty simple to do. All you got to do is, as it says here, create your first follow-up. And then what you can do is you get into here, you can insert your subject line, whatever content it is that you want within the email itself. You press save. And then you go to next. So I've already designed it, and then it says settings. Is there anything else that I want to do? No, there's nothing else I want to do. I'm going to save and exit. And now this is going to be the email, that one that I just drafted, which was obviously just a bunch of junk written onto, just a bunch of random characters written. That will get sent out immediately. Okay, and then we could do create a follow-up from there, and this is where the real magic comes in, right? So that was the first one that we sent out, and then we would do, this would be part 2, and we would put content in this email. And I think it's important to note too, you can click on this little personalized thing. So if you want to put their full name, their first name, their last name, email address, all this information in here you can do. But we'll just put their first name here just as an example. Do all that, press save, and then press next. All right, so this is where the beauty of this whole thing comes in, and the whole idea of an autoresponder and what's important to know. You can actually send the second email out. So number 2 sent, how many days after previous. So let's say that the first email I sent out just as a welcome email, and then the next email I want to send out 3 days after the previous. I can do that here and click that here. Another thing that's interesting to note is you can actually put on a send window. So you can say, I only want to deliver this message. So you'd send that first message right after they sign up, right? That's immediate. That's going to be sent out to them. But you could say, I only want to send this next message on Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then you have that and you add it. So now that message is only going to be sent out at that time. Send messages based on each subscriber's local time. I recommend you click that and apply these days and times to all messages. So what this will do is say all messages moving forward we can only send on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Now you may be wondering what happens if someone signs up on a Saturday, right? When they get signed up on a Saturday, that initial sign up message is going to go out, because that's always going to go out right after they sign up. And after that, then the 3 days after, it would be 3 business days after. So they'd sign up on a Saturday, Sunday nothing would happen, Monday would be day number 1, Tuesday would be day number 2, Wednesday would be day number 3. So this would be 3 days after the previous on Thursday. So it'd be 1 business day, 2 business day, 3 business days, 4th business day. So send 3 days after the previous. So that's how this actually works with the send window. And then obviously, in my opinion, always track the clicks on the website links in this message. I have no idea why you wouldn't want to collect clicks and click tracking for analytics. It's very good to know, but you can just save and exit and that's all set up.